Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Grand Arena Zone. I'm here joined by Kyn, the professional, but I'm actually catching up. I'm like ranked 71 or something, and Kyn's like top 50. What's your rank right now, Kyn?
I think 48 or 47 or something. But
Yeah,
yeah, very close.
pretty good stuff. If I have one win better, maybe we get matched up or something. But we're here to look at some footage that Kyn has from the first week of Grand Arena. You're not going to see his footage anywhere else, so this is exclusive. And what do we got here first? Just a standard Mara Jade versus Ray.
Exactly. The only thing that's a little bit different here is this is using the Set 9 Datacron, so it has a bit more bulk. And I think it had a little bit more offense, which honestly, the bulk, I haven't noticed that big of a difference with Set 9 for Ray teams in particular. Like Set 8 is just so good with the Mara Jade Omicron
Yeah.
or the Datacron. But I have noticed a few fights actually where Ray with a bit of offense will actually kill Palpatine with her first sudden whirlwind.
So how
And
come
then
you don't use the Dispel Tenacity down with Mara Jade first so you could get a stagger on Ray?
because I'm happy for Ray to take some turns
Uh-huh.
at the beginning, my main goal is to keep the um, whatchamacallit, the little 3 buff thingy
Yeah.
inspiration off of her.
Yeah, because it's also to dispel the crit immunity. Because she starts
That's
with
true.
crit immunity, so you target her, get rid of it, and then you can start working on Inspired earlier. I think you probably should have done that here, because
Yeah,
Palpatine's already
probably.
dead.
It's a bit sketch, but in the end, it's not that bad because he's already at 95 stacks.
Yeah,
So I definitely could have played it better at the beginning of the fight. But she has a debuff, and it's not a ton of potency.
yeah,
So in the end, you'll see it's a little sketch, but it still works.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
the opening was not the smoothest.
I've seen people do this. I mean, yeah, I think there was that one thing you should have done differently, but I've seen people do this battle so poorly that it made me very sad.
Yeah. Luckily, it came out with a win anyway.
And yeah, I mean, I guess Ben can't come back because the leader's gone. So
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind Palpatine dying. This is a really interesting one. This is a really good um, Seer Cal KRU comp, sort of meant to
yeah,
be time out. But I don't find it that great. I had never played this particular comp before on either side. Like I had not fought this particular setup with the Datacrons,
yeah,
and I had not used this particular team. But you'll see a number of misplays I made throughout here in terms of targeting. But in the end, it's still worked out pretty well. I think the main thing to watch out for here is relative speeds.
hmm,
Um, if Seer is really, 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 really slow, and your team is really fast, she will actually get to her like choppity choppy move. I forget what
nice.
it's called, the one where she does the Rexecute style thing.
Yeah, I don't know either. But
Um,
this is a great counter if it's consistent. Because I hate Seer. I didn't come across any first week, but she's just so sturdy.
yeah,
Um,
definitely. I used it
Phoenix is
again.
good.
Yeah, I used again, same counter, same team I was fighting. A little bit. I think the Datacron wasn't quite as good, but Seer was a bit slower, and still, it worked just fine.
Nice.
But it does take Fennec away from Lord Vader,
Yeah.
which is
So far, I haven't been using her against Lord Vader because everyone has set Maul with Lord Vader, and I'm not gonna mess with that.
yeah. Well, that's actually it's quite interesting. I think the majority of fights I saw were either one Maul or one Thrawn. Like rarely did they have both of those characters.
Hmm.
So here's an interesting one. Sort of a weird setup for Zori,
Yeah.
but Cut Hand isn't bad. He just really isn't amazing, and he's a bit too
He's not the
squishy.
best here, yeah. You need
Yeah.
Finn.
Well, interestingly enough, actually, Finn, while good, I would put in. I mean, not many people have Rose Omicron. I think Rose
Yeah.
Omicron, or in against some comps, actually, just regular OG Poe holds up a lot better.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But
I guess I don't have the Rose Omicron. But most recent, I like first week I almost got stuck against Azori and it took me 5 battles, and then I won with Maul, but it was sketchy. In the second week straight off, even though they didn't have the Omicron, I still like almost died. But I used Revan, Jedi Knight Luke, and someone else, and it worked pretty well. I think Yoda.
yeah, I looked through the stats for the Zori teams, and JKR, JKL seemed like the slam dunk option.
Yeah.
Um, I did actually try the same Iden Death Trooper range against another Zori comp with a Relic 8 Resistance Hero Finn,
Hmm.
um, and it didn't work. It was stuck with I got Finn down, but then Zori and OG Finn were just timed out. Basically, I couldn't kill him.
Dang. She's so good.
Yeah, quite impressive. And the bulk. This is one of the few teams I found where the 15% cron really makes a big difference because they
Yeah.
have so much survivability.
Yeah. Yeah, in 3v3, it's definitely not as impactful, especially if it's not bugged. Because it was bugged to
Yeah,
include the self. But hopefully that's not happening anymore.
I think
Oh,
it still
yeah.
is. I didn't see any.
Oh, it is still
As,
happening.
yeah, they didn't fix it in the update from a couple days ago.
Hmm.
Maybe they'll do it in the one tomorrow, but I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
Hermit Yoda here.
yeah, it's because I actually put my armor with Maul on defense.
Uh, so, Maul Armor Candy?
Maul
Canderous?
armor, no, Maul armor and Bo-Katan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it got me one hold, I think, in my first round.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'll
one
have to
hold in
look
my
at the
first round.
stats on that. Do you have a really fast armor?
Yeah, pretty fast. Not incredibly fast, but I think like 340 or something like that.
That's really fast. Mine is neglected, like hardcore, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was just an experiment because I didn't feel that Lord Vader would be much of a challenge for any SLKR team almost.
Yep.
Um, and because in this first week I put my JKR, Vast, and Jolie on defense with one of the Old Republic crons,
Hmm.
um, I sort of didn't really have a use for Hermit Yoda. Well, you'll see. Actually, I used my JML to kill Tuskens,
Okay.
and Hermit Yoda is not really great in there.
Yeah.
So I went
Was
with
it
this
was it with Raider third or Boba Fett third?
with Raider third.
Does Radis work there?
I haven't tried myself. I've seen Radis fail once, and looking at the stats though, I think Radis is like 60 or 70%,
Okay, yeah, I think that
something
comp's
like that.
better than Boba Fett. I think Boba Fett's easy to beat with the Radis.
Yeah, it's definitely a better comp
I actually
than
hopped
with
on Arnold's
old Boba.
stream because I wanted to see if he was winning because we had the same rating and I had already won. And if he won, then
Oh, cool.
we could get in the same bracket. We are in the same bracket again, so maybe we could get matched up. But I was like trying to. He was like complaining about Tuskens with Boba, and I was just spamming Radis, and he finally used Radis. I was like, he like he timed out with Chieftain left, but still.
Yeah. Well, at least he finally used it. That's interesting on like the, I don't know, Fatal is sort of the same. He's changed a little bit recently, but when he's rushing through his counters and like, well, I'll try this, I'll try that. It's very entertaining,
Yeah,
but in many of the cases, he could spend 30 seconds and look it up on GG and then no longer have that
he's too good for that.
confusion.
He doesn't want to look it up.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's better for viewers for sure.
Yeah. Skeltrix.
So here's,
Whenever I watch Skeltrix, he's always on there. I'm like, yeah, he's not above
yeah,
.gg.
no, exactly. I mean, if you've got the data, why not take advantage
I
of it?
know.
So here's exactly what I was talking about with
Yeah.
JML. Surprisingly enough, if you look up the JML stats globally, just with JML as a lead, he's only got like a 40 or 50% win rate.
Oh God.
Crazy. A lot of them end up in timeouts. But this one has a, if it's not 100, it's very close to it.
Because I mean, I
Just
guess you
having,
gotta kill both Tusken Raiders at the same time with just JML's AOE.
no, you don't have to kill them twice. If you save them until last, you'll see. On this one, I might actually kill them twice. But if you kill Chieftain, Chieftain, Warrior, then one of the, I think you kill the summoned one and then the regular one.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I think two, 3 seasons ago, they changed the mechanic from where you used to have to kill them both at the same time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's kind of why I applied it. I just applied it before this season. I like, even when we had the Leviathan requirements out, I finished off Chieftain to R5 because I was like, I want to use my good Datacron and then also drop an Omicron. But yeah, that's a little bit easier to take out.
Yeah, you can see there, once there's just the two of them left,
Yeah.
they don't keep coming back, which is very annoying because it was quite nice the other way.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting one.
Yeah, Malchus on offense is always interesting.
Yeah, this is really the main reason why I keep sometimes Malchus on offense, because occasionally the guy I was facing, this I think was in my second round, placed like 6 or 7. He kept almost all of his GL, Starkiller, Malgus, whatever on defense. I think he kept Starkiller and SLKR, or maybe Starkiller, SLKR, and JMK he kept on offense, but everything else was on defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, personally, I quite like Malgus against JML. I've used it many times successfully in the past. This time, with my great knowledge and experience from being a professional, I should have hit auto much earlier in the fight, and I would have won.
Dang,
The main,
you lost.
yeah, I'll fast forward through here a little bit, honestly, because it's a long fight of not much change. But the way the fight goes is basically you get JML down to 0 protection, and then you can kill the sides with Malgus.
Yeah.
It's very, I'll fast forward a bit. So now you start killing the sides. I also was using the Sith no revive.
Oh yeah.
Level 6.
Nice.
So saved me a bit the killing Jolie first. But as you'll see here, I ended up killing Bastilla first. She died 236,000. It's not my best Datacron health-wise, but I wanted the no revive.
Yeah.
And really, at this stage, I should have turned on auto. Because it keeps going, and then just times out.
Yeah, well, I mean, that it was working for sure. Just needed that extra time.
I've used the counter quite a bit in the past, always successfully, but the 15% in this case definitely just took a bit longer.
Yeah, that made the difference.
So close.
Yeah, so close. That hurts in the red.
Yeah.
The annoying thing is, I wish you could just tell a character not to use an ability, like just tell Bastila during auto, don't use your status ability.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
waste.
That would be nice. The time it takes too.
Yeah.
Annoying. So here's what I've seen this like I think 3 times on streams or videos where people are putting Ray, Ben, and Malik together again.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty decent, but Lord Vader can solo it in most cases. I should have soloed it with my Lord Vader.
Yeah.
Just a waste of banners.
Dang, yeah, I don't like that comp for defense.
No. It does great to shut down these Starkiller teams. They only have like a 50-some% chance to win against it.
Yeah.
But that's all it does. You can even kill it with JML in a few cases.
Yeah.
So, it's sort of a waste. But it's funny, I haven't actually faced it for... Oh man, I in threes, it's been like probably 3 or 4 seasons since it was... Maybe even back in season 1 when Ray had her Datacron. But it's been quite a while.
Oh yeah, that was a different landscape for sure.
Yep. How did you find Datacrons for the first week so far? Any that really surprised you?
It was the same conclusion I had right when I first looked at the set, that level 3 is pretty much all that matters. The one thing I liked the most was the ability block on Sith for that Darth Revan team. Like, it shut. Like, I didn't want to do a solo with Sith Eternal Emperor because we just get stuck. Like to get around that, you'd have to line up 2 turns in a row. You'd have to lap them, like every character to be able to start using your specials at one point. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one for 3v3, definitely. The no revive, I have a couple of those. I haven't found a way to use them. I still don't have the Bastilacron. I saw Bastila last match. I faced a Bastila JML Watt, so that one I was kind of worried about seeing, and I just had to like use Dash on Chewie to kill Watt and then come in with JML because I didn't have anything else big I needed to face, so I just whittled him down with JML, and even then it took forever. But that's with extra 15% Kron, that's a lot harder.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the stats on that one as well. There's really nothing that one-shots it. Well, SLKR can solo it easily.
Yeah, I saw that. I was kind of surprised. I was like, yeah.
It's the assists from Watt that beef him up so incredibly big with all the TM removal.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So you just hit auto basic for like 2 or 3 minutes and then full auto and you'll win.
Yeah.
But between the only other one is JMK, but there's nothing else that kill it with any good chances. It's sort of tough though. I've thought about actually setting it on defense myself, but you give up Watt, which is...
Yeah, that's big. I pretty much feel like I need Watt for Lord Vader with my Supreme Lord Kylo.
Yeah, definitely. Still tempting though, because you can make a fun little triangle if you put your Lord Vader and Bass JML in the front and then Jabba in the back. That's a hard...
Yeah, that'd be a good draw. What do you think is the best use of Lord Vader on offense? Aside from like if you can use it on Rey, but
besides Rey, I don't know, you can mirror a lot of Lord Vader teams without a ton of complexity.
Oh, true. I actually should be doing that.
You can kill, if anybody puts C, it's a really great way to kill C on auto.
Yeah, I haven't come across that. If for the Lord Vader mirror, if they have Maul, do you need Maul?
You don't need it, but it very much helps. It's very technical if you don't have Maul. You can't just like use the correct abilities, constantly refresh and go back to 5 over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because if you have them all, that's an easy way to do it. So here's actually, I forgot that I included this one.
Yeah, this is when you were talking
Here's
about
one.
earlier. Good.
Yeah, where I failed. I just killed. Oh, maybe. Did I face him 3 times? No, this is the one. I don't think I timed out though in the end. I think they killed me. Oh, I don't remember this fight.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
When things go wrong, it's like this team is so hit or miss. When things go wrong, they go really wrong, and then when things go right, they just go really right. And then you're like, why did I even why was I even worried about that?
Yeah. Well, they were definitely going right here for the Finn team.
Yeah, going wrong.
It's crazy the TM that those guys have.
It's
So impressive.
I mean, yeah, this is why I like Finn, because they're countering all the time.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
Oh yeah, that was really close to Finn. I didn't hit so hard on that basic.
Yeah. And again, oh man, this annoyed me. So I think here is where, I finally killed Finn. I had put it on 1% speed so I could, yeah. I used a fun cleanup on it too. I'm thinking of doing it on first shots maybe, but it makes me a little nervous. You'll see here in a moment.
Yeah.
The stats are not bad. So for cleanup, I used Night Sisters.
Oh. R9 Mary.
And I like Night Sisters. And I don't even have the good level 6, which is the plague when a Night Sister dies. I went with the one with cooldown and TM because it's something I'll use more. I think it's more valuable in 5s for Night Sisters.
Yeah.
I think with Marin, you put out so much plague anyway, you don't really need 2 extra stacks.
Yeah. So you have Marin level 9.
Marin level 9. I think I have like accuracy up or something for the level 3.
Just so that you don't have the survivability.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the stats are whatever, nothing special. And there we go. That's the last one. Let me get it back to.
Yeah, just put it on some kind of frame. Yeah, so what are some of your other general conclusions after the first week?
As good as the 15% level 3 is, and I mean, there's some fights that I was showing you here where it definitely made a difference, like the JML fight, the Finn Zori fight, etc. I was surprised how many of the matchups it didn't actually make a difference. Like, let's say out of 100 possible teams, or not 100, let's say out of 22 possible teams, there's like 5 teams where the 15% really made you choose another, or made me choose another counter. But the rest of them, it maybe made that counter a little bit longer, or timeout possibly-ish.
What about on offense? Did you feel it helping you on offense?
I rather liked it. I used one SLK versus Lord Vader that I didn't show here, against a Lord Vader with the protection up and a lot of crit damage. So I used the bulk there just to give myself a bit of more, like, just in case type of beefiness. But besides that, I can't really say that I felt it a lot on offense, at least for the teams that I was using.
Yeah, I still felt it a lot. I mean, there were teams where it was kind of sketchy, but the extra survivability helped them get through. Like when I did Bounty Hunters versus a Malgus team with my crappy dad bod Boba, he like barely survived. And if he had died, he wouldn't have had Bounty Hunters Resolve and wouldn't have been able to get it back. And I wouldn't have been able to get my contract. That one really stood out, but I don't know. And it's also just the trade-off is there's no really other good level 3s. So it's just like you only want.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I
Well,
have
I
like
definitely.
23 or 24, the right one now.
Oh wow.
I've been happy with the success.
Damn. I think I have uh, between 10 and 15. I don't actually know the number. I have a decent amount, but definitely not 24. That's awesome.
Because that was my primary goal. I like normally I never hit Sector 5 node for Datacrons, but I hit it so much. I actually stacked up my. I basically never hit the Tuscans, other than for feats because I had so much of the set level 3 Datacron material just from trying to get that stupid reroll mat. And then I actually would hit. Well, I liked Sector 3 for the Mark 1 and 2 mats, but I could only hit
Yeah.
that. I basically only hit that because it gives more Mark 2s, which is the bottleneck, and then I actually was running out of Mark 1s because I'd be like, I'd level up a few to level 3 if it's the right one, good. Then I take it to level 4 so I can keep track of which one's which. And
Yeah.
then
Same.
it's just like an organizational tool. And then if it's not, then I try to go get some reroll mats. But yeah, I went hard on those.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really going to be great for, I mean, for 4 months basically. And especially since
Yeah.
it's a level 3, it's so easy to put with any team. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
play
I
with
have
the most
no
amount of
level
twos.
9s. I just don't care. I mean, maybe at some point I'll try to get Basta, but it's so much data cache that I'm like, yes, I'd be able to re-roll and get rid of a lot of the Hell Steel because I hate when I have Hell Steel in
Yeah.
this set. But yeah, that was the goal.
I honestly, I would avoid if you're looking for a level 9 to go for, like to save your materials or something, don't go for Basti.
Really?
I mean, yeah, Basti is good, and in the like JKR Basti, Jolie or Zalbar or something like that, has great stats after the first week, and I think they'll continue to get better. But I think you can more broadly use characters like Savage or, I mean, I don't. You have Marin or still
Marin is
your
year 11, 4-star.
okay? So not Marin then for sure. But
I
I would say,
To me, it's more for 5v5. That's why I'm not in a hurry to get it. But like, I would
yeah,
want it for like under JML to just have them more survive. Like her and Revan survive more because Revan's so squishy. Um,
that's true. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but
yeah,
I think you'll have more in pivotal matches or like complicated fights. I think Savage or Zombie, but it's a lot to take Zombie up to R7.
yeah.
Um,
I'm kind of strapped on like taking extra characters up right now because of Leviathan. I mean, I feel lucky so far that it hasn't come out yet. That I will probably be able to get it. I just need HK from
oh,
6 to
cool.
7. Darth Maul from 5 to 7, and then Assassin from 1 to 5. But I also got Reva coming
That's
up. Yeah, I don't know. Probably for 5v5, I might be able to look into that more. Some of the discretionary R7s, but Zombies is, yeah, it's amazing.
that's really good. The stats are fascinating on 3v3 so far with 1 week. But I think he's actually going to be more valuable in 5v5 because you can throw him in Daka. Or honestly, like I think Acolyte is the one that's stealth.
Hmm.
If you throw him and Acolyte in there as well, I mean, you're not going to get
Uh,
heals or something like that.
I can take Acolyte's R5. Not a
Oh yeah,
whale,
fair enough.
man.
Fair enough.
Was
Um,
she the one that had that crazy Datacron set 3, or was it Initiate?
that was Initiate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my other R9 Night
Dang.
Sister.
That's
That
rough.
was fun though. That was the
Yeah.
stupidest character Datacron they've ever made.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome if you get Leviathan when it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, it'll
That'll
be
be
four
very nice.
stars, but I'll be ready. Yeah, that and then Riva should get this territory battle.
Cool.
So it's been fun. I mean, I thought I was gonna start like plummeting, uh, not plummeting, but like falling in rank because pretty much everyone's got Riva that I face, and even though it's easy to beat with Treya, it's still a tool I don't have. Like if I had it, I'd keep it on offense, and it's another super team. But right
Yeah.
now, Grand Inquisitor team on defense, like no one's scared of that. So I don't know. I just feel missing it. So I'm excited to get it. Or her.
Yeah. And Leviathan, I think, even if you have it at 4 stars, if it follows like the mechanics at least of Profundity and Executor style ships, like you can still use 4 star on offense really well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I plan
So
on doing.
yeah,
Yeah, for
nice.
sure. All right. Well, I think we should wrap it up.
Thank you again as always.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks. Any last words, Ken?
Check GG before you do your fights. That's what
That's
everybody
right.
should
Yeah,
spend a couple of
utilize
minutes to
that
do.
resource. Even if you have the free version, just you can kind of figure it out. And also, just if something's not 100%, just think that could be from user error. So maybe something that some matchups that are like 60% on there, they could just be because people don't like Starkiller versus Ray. Like a lot of people don't know
Who
exactly
would
what to
play
do. So
that?
what's
Yeah, very
that?
true. Who would make misplays on Starkiller versus Ray? I mean,
Yeah, who would
come
do
on,
that?
not a
I mean,
professional.
even pros do that. All right, thanks guys for watching. This has been another Grand Arena Zone, and we'll see you in the next one.